like a machine. If you watch him in practice, after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I started calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
On the carry.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Definitely not his best. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his 48.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make John Brown.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 52 yards, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The option run, good for 24 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, 30 yards. And the Saints are back within a score.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time, and that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now, Breeze again. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory, just a little time to try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting going to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Tyler Bass to kick off for
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Now the ball comes loose. This is Bills. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run on first down with Singletary. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. They'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Brees now on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They find a breakaway from Michael Thomas. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas taking it in. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well. because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 11 yards there, first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the... .44.
8 yards on the pick.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
4-yard line.
And again, it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. It's complete to Brown, right side. This goes into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
To John Brown.
John Brown,
Buffalo.
31 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And now look at him go. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first. This is picked up by the Bills. And these guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
At their own 2-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone. A safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And take it at the 46. An excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up second down.
Jenkins on the coverage.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Allen will try again on second down. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Oh, he'll just get rid of this one deep.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
Do what we do. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. They juked him. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. 30, past the 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
To Stephon
A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Roberts now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Roberts on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down.
On the coverage.
To throw, it's Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Beasley.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Final score, Bill
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually